Hey. What's happening, y'all? What's happening is I am live once again this day. This day, Yah has made. I'm definitely rejoicing and I'm glad in it. My apologies if y'all hear the background noise. I don't know, but I live near a train, y'all, and it be coming through here sometimes. So, this the I won't say this is the first time I've noticed it coming at 7 o'clock a.m., but I am here. I am going to go ahead and read through the book of Proverbs today. Um, the book of Proverbs is like a treasure chest full of wisdom, right? And we know the word says, seek ye first the kingdom, right? Store up our treasures, right? And so my hope is that by the end of this month, that not only I will be more intentional in my parenting, but that I can encourage you all to be more intentional in your parenting, more intentional in our lifestyle, in our choices, so that we could just be kingdom citizens right here on earth. As I, Pandy Kemp, I want to introduce myself. So if this is your first time, hi, welcome. Thank you for joining this morning, or thank you for watching the replay. Um, so I am going to invite you all. I'm going to read from the message version of the Bible, but whatever version you have is fine. Just read along with me. Not only am I gleaning principles so I can strengthen myself, my knowledge, and gain wisdom to train our children in the way that they should go, but just to get the truth, just to get the wisdom and instruction and guidance from the word. So, okay, and with that being said, I want to invite you to go to Parenting Through Proverbs, and you can sign up for daily emails. I send you an email with some updates and some reflection questions, or I'll be sending out newsletters as well. And also, I have a study guide that you can also go to the website and purchase. That's for sale, but the daily emails and newsletters are free. So, let me see. So, as I read, again, I encourage you to read along and just whatever verses jump out at you, write them down, or you can share them in the comment section, stuff that we can apply to make our lives better and to make our parenting um, better, right? So we can build better relationships with our children, our friends, and definitely build a closer and better relationship with our Father in heaven. So, all right, with no further ado, here's Proverbs 20, verse 1. Wine makes you mean, beer makes you quarrelsome. A staggering drunk is not much fun. Quick tempered leaders are like mad dogs. Cross them and they bite your head off. It's a mark of good character to avert quarrels, but fools love to pick fights. A farmer too lazy to plant in the spring has nothing to harvest in the fall. Knowing what is right is like deep water in the heart. A wise person draws from the well within. Lots of people claim to be loyal and loving, but where on earth can you find one? Verse 7. Yah loyal people living honest lives make it much easier for their children. Leaders who know their business and care keep a sharp eye out for the shoddy and cheap. For who among us can be trusted to always be diligent and honest? Verse 10, switching price tags and padding the expense account are two things that Yah hates. Young people eventually reveal by their actions if their motives are on the up and up. I'm going to read that again, verse 11. Young people eventually reveal by their actions if their motives are on the up and up. Verse 12. Ears that hear and eyes that see, we get our basic equipment from Yah. Don't be too fond of sleep. You'll end up in the poorhouse. Wake up and get up, then there'll be food on the table. The shoppers say, that's junk. I'll take it off your hands. Then goes off boasting of the bargain. Drinking from the beautiful chalice of knowledge is better than adorning oneself with gold and rare gems. Hold tight to collateral on any loan to a stranger. Beware of accepting what a transient has pawned. Stolen bread tastes sweet, but soon your mouth is full of gravel. Form your purpose by asking for counsel, then carry it out using all the help you can get. I love that one right there. I'm going to highlight that one. Verse 18, form your purpose by asking for counsel, then carry it out using all the help you can get. Gossips can't keep secrets, so never confide in blabbermouths. Verse 20, anyone who curses father and mother extinguishes light and exists benighted. Verse 21, a bonanza at the beginning is no guarantee of blessing at the end. Don't ever say, I'll get you for that. Wait for Yah, he'll settle the score. Yah hates cheating in the marketplace. Rigged scales are an outrage. The very steps we take come from Yah. Otherwise, how would we know where we're going? An impulsive bow is a trap. Later you wish you can get out of it. Verse 26. After careful scrutiny, a wise leader makes a clean sweep of rebels and dolts. Yah is in charge of human life, watching and examining us inside and out. Verse 28, love and truth form a good leader. Sound leadership is founded on loving integrity. Verse 29, youth may be admired for vigor, but gray hair gives prestige to old age. A good thrashing purges evil. Punishment goes deep within us. So that concludes the reading of Proverbs 20, verses 1 through 30. Quite a couple of good verses in there, So definitely verse 7. Verse 7, let me read that. Yah loyal people living honest lives make it much easier for their children. So, okay. So that really just says to me, like, being an example. When we're training our children, our character is very important as we're building their character, right? So what's on the inside matters more than what's on the outside. So it don't matter what we look like on the outside, is what's on the inside of us. And it's important for us as parents to do reflection, to make sure that we're being a good example, to make sure we're modeling integrity, that we, aka also being honest and diligence, because it takes work to build relationship. It takes work to train our children, right? And so we have to model that. And we model that, one of the ways is by talking to our children, so that we can guide their thinking and not so much correct their thinking. We want to correct their thinking, like, definitely, but we have to be more wise and strategic on how to do that, and really asking God through the Holy Spirit to reveal to us as they get teens, right? When they get like 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, right? And likewise, like when we were those ages, we thought we knew it all, right? And so that is just not the truth. And I just pray that our children are humble enough to want to listen to our guidance, right? Um, so just another note on character, we want to make sure that we're keeping our word to our children, right? Because I'm a person like I will change my mind based on my feelings. Like I don't feel like doing that, so no, we're not going to be able to do that today, right? And that is not, um, yeah, that's not who I want to be to my children. I want to be able to keep my word no matter how I feel. So that's a practice that I am practicing to this very day to keep my promises, not only to my children, but to myself as well. So one of the things I noticed, like growing up with my mom and my grandmother, like they used to do things and they didn't necessarily explain, um, their mindset, why they did those things. And I am learning too as my children are growing, my daughters, my sons, just to explain my choices. And a lot of times my choices reflect the word of the Most High Yah and doing things that's in their best interest, like living life when it comes to like paying bills, getting a job, taxes, things that if your children go to public school, that they're supposed to be uh, taught, but they're not necessarily being taught those things. So we as parents being our children's first teacher, like I think most of us know that they don't teach them how to write in cursive anymore. So that's our responsibility because we know writing a cursive is important because they have to know how to sign their name. They have to open up bank accounts. And, you know, that is a skill that is required and necessary. So, um, yeah, so I'm going to go on to read verse 11. It says, even small children are known by their actions. So is their conduct really pure and upright? So this is a good reflection for us as parents, right? Because we are still children of the Most High, right? Even at our own age. And like our actions, the Father sees them. And you know who else sees them? Our children sees them. So we want to just really be intentional about our character being upright, right? So we have to take accountability for our actions. And likewise, our children will do the same, right? We have to take responsibility, um, me as a homemaker in the home, keeping, cooking, cleaning, the washing of the clothes, and doing it with a cheerful and grateful attitude, about those things and being grateful that we do have a roof over our heads, that we do have food to eat, and to prepare those things like cheerfully, right? So we have to model that so that our children can model those same things with kindness and doing their chores. So those are one of the things that's important to me is good behavior, right? Because one of the things in the school system, it was like, yeah, you're smart. Our children are smart. They can get the grades, but is their behavior? Are they behaving smartly? Um, so we want to really praise their good behavior, right, and encourage good behavior with our children. So um, that's it. That's all I had to say. Just those two verses kind of stood out to me today. Let me know what stood out to you today. And yeah, that's all I have to say today. So if you're over in the Facebook group, go ahead and share with your big takeaways. And if you're over on YouTube, come on and join us over on Facebook. And if you don't have a Facebook page, you can email. Well, you can go to the website and sign up so you can get the emails and we can interact that way. So, alrighty, with that, I say have a great, beautiful, blessed, set apart day. Shalom.